Welcome to Am I Old Yet? An audio comedy podcast by me, Floyd Kennedy, produced by Thunder's Mouth Theatre, of which I am the artistic director. This is what we've been getting up to during lockdown and post-lockdown. During the pandemic, let's just put it like that. We're an entirely independent company, not funded by anybody, so we are very much relying on the very generous donations of anybody who's listening to the podcast and who's enjoying it. I hope that's you. This is Season 2, Episode 2, Right On. Helen is expecting a phone call from Sadie, an acquaintance from her college days. Sadie's been asked to give Helen some moral support with her writing project. Hello?
Hello? Is that you, Helen? Sadie here?
Yes, it is. Hi, Sadie. How are you?
Pretty good considering. I'm so sorry I had to cancel.
Oh, not a problem. These things happen. How are you feeling now?
Oh, so much better, thank you. Wasn't anything serious, just annoying and exhausting. I don't cope well with having to eat nothing but soft foods, but thank goodness for antibiotics.
Indeed.
Yeah. And you?
Oh, I'm okay. It's all relative, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is. Relatively pain-free, relatively active, and relatively astonished at how fast the world is whirling around me. You know, I do believe the planet is trying to fling me off into space. Send me back to the universe way before I'm ready to go.
Oh, yes, I know what you mean. It's quite a struggle just trying to keep up with it, spinning away out of control under our feet.
Yes.
Now, who'd have thought that would ever happen to us?
Not me and not you. And I object.
Me too.
It's not the same as Invisible Woman syndrome. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I certainly do. That thing that starts as soon as you're past 40 and it just gets worse, as if we had no more value than a worn-out slipper.
Exactly. We became invisible for a while. And then about 10 years ago, I just got over it and I got on with my life. Let them underestimate us at their peril. Hell with them. God, that feels good today.
Right on, sister. Sodom. So, tell me, Sadie, what are these travelogues you've been writing?
Well, first of all, I think it's a gross exaggeration on Joey's part to call them that. They're more like extended brochures. To be honest, Helen, they're an excuse for me to go on, what do you call them in England? A pub crawl?
A pub crawl?
Yes, that's it. Only we'll call them bars over here, so I guess it's a bar crawl.
Oh, I love it.
And I love them, and I love going to new ones. So I just pick up an area, maybe a district, maybe half a dozen bars to visit, and I write about them. But I also describe the area around them. You know, if it's a bit run down, if there's a library next door, and the nearest flower shop or something like that, anything that sets them apart from each other. It's very fun.
Gosh, it sounds it. Amazing. So do you just go on your own or with family?
No family. Even my ex-husbands have dropped off the tree. Mostly I go on my own, but I'll always take a friend if I can find one who can spare the time. You'd be most welcome to join me if you're ever over this way.
Oh, gosh, that would be quite an adventure. Do you walk between the different bars?
If I can. Or there are buses or trams, depending.
Right. So where are you living nowadays?
New Hampshire.
Oh, now that's near Boston, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about a 2-hour drive away.
Do you know, when I was growing up in Australia, a 2-hour drive was what we did for a picnic.
Yeah.
But over the years, that's changed. People just don't have the same attitude to distance that we had back then. Isn't that strange?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, the world's gotten smaller.
Yeah.
And now people stick even closer to home. I mean, if they can, of course. Not us, though.
Oh, yes, of course. No. I have never lost the urge to seek out new places when I feel like it.
Me too. I love popping up in someplace I've never been to, getting the feel for it, How do people live there? What do they do?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd stay for a while, maybe even years, or I'd just move somewhere else or to someone else.
Oh, now I'm with you on the first, but not the second.
Oh, come on. Well, you got married, didn't you?
Yes, it lasted all of 2 years.
Just once?
Oh, yes. Couldn't be bothered going through that again.
Yeah, wise woman. All right, it was a bit of a hassle, I admit. But it was a lot of fun, too, while it lasted. I don't regret any of them.
No, why should you? Regret is a horrible thing. I don't do that either.
Oh, and Joey was saying you've got a kid, too?
Yes, Janie. No,
Okay.
Not a kid anymore. She's 50.
Huh.
She's got a grown-up kid of her own.
That's wonderful. Yes, I never had kids. But that suited me at that time, and I'm good.
Good. That's what we want, isn't it? Yeah.
So, tell me, Helen, what about this memoir? What's the problem? I mean, is there a problem?
Probably not. I'm just not coming up with the goods as fast as Joey would like.
Well, are you busy? Are you still working?
Yes, I am actually. Part-time. But it takes me longer. It might as well be full-time. Everything takes longer these days. Just makes it that bit harder. And I get tired eyes quite easily. But I do enjoy it, that's the point.
Well, of course it is. No point in doing anything at our age if you're not enjoying it.
Oh, you're so right.
So, are you enjoying writing the memoir at all?
Do you know I am now?
Good.
First, I was just terrified, but the more I do it, the more things I remember, the more comfortable I get writing them down, taking the mickey out of myself.
Taking the mickey?
Oh, sending myself up, joking at my own expense.
Oh, self-deprecation, like Jackie Mason. Do you remember him, the comic?
Yes, I do. Oh, he died recently, didn't he?
Yes, he did. But self-deprecation was what he did. And I think that's what Joey must have meant that you're doing.
I thought she didn't mind.
No, she loves it. She reckons it's your brand.
My brand?
Yeah, unique selling point. What makes your writing special. And it's a good thing, okay? So don't worry about it.
Whew. Well, that's good. So what is this kick in the pants she wants you to give me?
I think she just meant general encouragement. You know, for instance, 10 years ago, I was writing my so-called travelogues, and I was just sending them around to friends for fun. And when Joey saw them, she persuaded me to publish them. Maybe make a bit of money off of them.
And do you?
Not a fortune, but it helps. It encourages me to keep on writing, and it covers the costs of the trips, which definitely makes it worthwhile.
Oh, well, that is excellent. Well done, you.
Thanks. It keeps me going. Otherwise, I think I would just sink into the morass of the mire, going around in circles, wondering how to fill the time. Oh, I'd still be going to bars, of course. I just love the vibes. I love the energy of them. The good ones, that is. And if they aren't any good, I go find one that is. Yeah.
Oh, good on you.
Now, Helen, let me think what I want to say to you.
Sure.
Okay, so here's the thing. When I read your poetry, I love it. Because your words are not only descriptive, but they lift off the page. And who you are, and the way your life has influenced you. And you may not have put your emotions out there for a partner, but you certainly put them into your poetry, and that's really important. I think it communicates a lot to people our age, women who are experiencing life at this age. So I want you, Helen, I want you to keep putting your words down. Keep putting your experiences on the page. Keep sharing who you are, what your journey has been, and what life has taught you along the way. Because it's a valuable lesson for everyone.
Oh, my Sadie, I don't know what to say. I never knew you'd read my poetry.
Yeah.
That's just wonderful. Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome. It didn't hurt at all, did it?
No. Wow.
You don't need to say anything. Just go do it.
Oh, okay, boss. I'm doing it already. And if you're ever over this way, I have a spare bedroom. Lots of nice wee pubs within walking distance, too.
Oh, I love that. Only it ever becomes safe again.
Oh, indeed. Ain't that something to ponder?
That sure is.
That was Right On, Episode 3, Season 2 of Am I Old Yet? This episode was written by Floyd Kennedy with additional material by Judy Lehrhaupt. Helen was played by me, Floyd Kennedy, and Sadie was performed by Judy Lehrhaupt. The music is Where the Old Folk Go, composed by me and arranged by Mark Bunyan. You'll find more about Mark and Judy on the website www.am-i-old-yet.com, which has information about all the guest performers and the blog. You could also support the podcast by donating the price of a cup of coffee, and thanks Ted for the 2 cups, much appreciated, or by joining our team of patrons on patreon.com. There are extra benefits for patrons, including character naming rights, my voice on your voicemail message, and more. Thanks for listening. Stay safe.